Okay, so what if I told you that the first 60 seconds of your morning could be the single most important factor in whether you live an extraordinary life or just kind of stay stuck? Let's get right into it because we are about to break down a powerful morning ritual that has, no joke, changed millions of lives.
It's a pretty wild question, right? But believe it or not, when you look at the science of neurobiology and psychology, the answer is a resounding yes. It really all comes down to how you program your mind the very moment you wake up.
I mean, think about it. What's the first thing most of us do? We grab our phone, we check our email, we immediately start thinking about all the stress and the problems waiting for us. What we're doing, without even realizing it, is basically hypnotizing ourselves for a life of struggle before our feet even hit the floor.
Now, the person who came up with this method, he found it when he hit rock bottom. Nothing else was working, not the self-help books, not therapy, not even meditation. He realized he was the one programming his own mind for failure every single morning. The second he changed that one thing, everything else started to change too.
And that's the big idea here. This isn't about wishful thinking or, some kind of magic secret. It's about using a very real, very powerful biological window of opportunity to fundamentally rewire your brain for success. So, how in the world does this actually work? Let's get into the science just a little bit, because once you understand the why, the how becomes so much more powerful.
This right here, this is the secret sauce. It's called the alpha state. It's this brainwave frequency that's a lot like deep meditation or those moments right before you drift off to sleep. See, when you first wake up, your conscious, critical mind, that's the part that questions everything and puts up walls, it isn't fully online yet. This gives you a direct, unfiltered hotline straight to your subconscious. This iceberg visual is perfect. We spend all day dealing with that little tip of the iceberg, our conscious filter, but it's the massive, hidden part underwater, this subconscious program that's really running the show. It controls our habits, our gut reactions, pretty much all our results. That alpha state, that's our chance to rewrite the code for that program.
And to give you a sense of just how powerful this thing is, some scientists estimate your subconscious mind processes something like 4 times billion bits of information per second. Now, whether that exact number is perfectly precise or not, the point is, its processing power is absolutely massive. When you program it right, it's your greatest ally. But when you don't, it can be your worst enemy.
Okay, so we've got the why, we understand the science. Now let's talk about the how. Because just knowing what to say is only half the battle. How you say it, well, that changes everything.
This is probably the most crucial point of all. You can't just mumble a list of phrases like you're reading a grocery list. It won't work. Your subconscious doesn't speak the language of logic. It speaks the language of feeling. To really reprogram it, you need emotion, you need conviction, you need to feel it.
And here's the method. It's so simple, but so powerful. Every morning, you stand in front of a mirror, you look yourself square in the eye, and you deliver your new programming with the kind of energy and emotion you'd use if your life depended on it. Because in a lot of ways, it actually does.
All right, let's get to the words themselves. And this isn't just some random list of positive thoughts. Nope. This is a carefully built script designed to target the absolute core beliefs that are shaping your entire reality.
These powerful statements are all built around 4 central pillars. Think of these as the cornerstones you're going to use to rebuild your inner world, taking control, knowing your own value, embracing challenges, and attracting prosperity.
So the very first one is a declaration of power. When you say this, you're literally shifting your entire identity from being a victim of your circumstances to being the architect of your own life. It's you saying, I'm the one holding the pen.
This next one is so critical. So many of us have this deep unconscious belief that we don't really deserve to be successful or happy. This statement goes right after that limiting program and rewrites it, telling your subconscious that you absolutely belong at the top. This one, it completely changes your relationship with difficulty. Instead of seeing problems as things to run away from, you start seeing them as opportunities, as training. This transforms you from someone who's afraid of adversity into a warrior who actually thrives on it.
And finally, this one tackles our often messy and complicated relationship with money. By linking financial success directly to the value you provide to other people, it gets rid of any guilt or shame, and it aligns your desire for more with a purpose to serve.
So when you put these 4 pillars together, self-creation, worthiness, resilience, and abundance, they become more than just words. They're tools. And when you use them every day, the message to your subconscious becomes crystal clear.
This isn't just a morning routine. This is you reclaiming your power.
This quote just sums it all up perfectly. Your future isn't some far-off thing that just happens to you. It is being built piece by piece, moment by moment, right now, by the internal conversation you choose to have with yourself.
And that, right there, is the ultimate takeaway. You have the tools, you have the blueprint, and most importantly, you have the power. You are not just a passenger along for the ride in your own life. You are the one at the controls.
So, I'll just leave you with this question. Starting with those first 60 seconds after you wake up tomorrow, what kind of magnificent reality are you going to choose to create? The power really is yours.